All right, so welcome to Team Fit and Focus call. It is November 3rd. I had to actually look and figure out what the date was. This is what happens when you work from home and I don't have a school calendar in front of me all the time. Thanks for hopping on the call tonight. We have a very special guest I'm super excited about. So I'm just going to go through some recognition a little bit and share a few things, a few announcements, just some reminders for this month. So really quick shout out to our Success Club earners for October. We had Diana Philo with Success Club 8 and Terry Lamison also with Success Club 8. Awesome job. Kelly Flanagan with Success Club 6, Casey Dady with Success Club 5, and Amanda Kirby with Success Club 5, which that was Amanda's on the call tonight for the first time. Yay. And this was her second month in the business. So one more month to earn that free ticket to Summit. I know you can definitely do it. All right, just a reminder, make sure you guys are muted.
Sorry.
Totally fine. There you go. Yep. Okay, good. Just bottom left-hand corner is where you can mute. All right, so just a reminder, as I'm sure have seen the posts, we have our open house going on this month. Thank you for those of you that are participating. If you haven't participated yet, make sure you join in on the conversation. We have our holiday hustle group going on through December 31st. I know most of our team is in on the group, but if you're not in the group and you want to be added, just please let me know. This is something that it's a little different since usually we do our 4-week groups, but this is a longer group just because of the nature of the time of year. It's the holidays. So this is something that we can continue to keep adding people in through the end of the year. We have our free group coming up next week, November 9th. It should be opening up on Friday. We have our Hammer and Chisel preview group. And just a reminder, this is a group. This is not a challenge group for Hammer and Chisel. This is a group to get some information and see if this program might be a right fix for someone, a right fit. So make sure you're invited to that. That is starting November 16th. Also, November 19th, we have our coach opportunity call at 9 p.m. Eastern this time. So that time is changed for this month. I also posted this week, because I've talked to some of you about it, that I'm going to do a call at 9 p.m. on Thursday this week about running an event through Facebook to help you guys out. I know a lot of you have Fall Classic goals and your Success Club goals. This is something that I did that was a little different than I've done events in the past that I felt worked out really well for our free Beachbody On Demand group and for the 21-day fix. And since it's on special again, there's a perfect amount of time in between Thanksgiving and Christmas where it works out really well, just like now until Thanksgiving. So if you want to get on that call, that'll be 9 o'clock on Thursday. I will record it for those of you that can't make it. All right. So we have Jenna on our call tonight, and she's going to be sharing with us a little bit about her story and the importance of Success Club. She is a 10-star Diamond Elite coach. She is a Success Club 10 legend and has actually been in Success Club for 36 months, which is amazing. You may have seen her on the Body Beast infomercial, and possibly her before and afters from the 21-day Fix Extreme test group. So we are super excited to have you on the call tonight. Thank you so much, Jenna. You may take it away.
Awesome. Hi, guys. Thank you for that introduction. I'm so excited to be on your team call tonight. I had Michelle on mine a couple weeks ago, and it was awesome. So I'm excited to be on here with you guys tonight and chat with you. And I see some familiar faces, so hi. Okay, so there's a couple of you on the call that probably have no idea who I am or why I'm even on this call. So I thought maybe we could start there. I thought that'd be helpful. So I have been a Beachbody coach for just a little over 3 years, and I joined Beachbody because I was getting married to my fabulous husband, and I wanted to get in shape. You know, ladies, like that wedding dress photo, like it lasts forever. And I wanted to make sure that I felt the most confident I could in that wedding dress. So my coach approached me and said, hey, you've kind of dabbled in fitness before. I think you should try Insanity. And I thought she was crazy, literally crazy. But I decided, you know what, I had just over 60 days to my wedding and I wanted to actually do it. So I jumped in head first, didn't know anything about Shakeology, but I was like, hey, if you tell me to do it and you think it's cool, like I have a good reputation and a good relationship with you, so I respect that. Okay, I'll do it. Tell me what to do. So I jumped right in, Shakeology and Insanity, and I just wanted to die. But got great results myself. I signed up as a discount coach because, again, I was getting ready to have a wedding and they're expensive, so any way that I could save money, I wanted to make sure I did. No desire to work a business. I was a full-time social worker at the time, and I loved social work. I loved helping people. I did not love the burnout that came with that, but I really loved helping people. And I remember when I got that job, I told my husband, like, that was my dream job. I wanted to help people forever and ever. And then I got into really working social work and realized that there's a lot of people that don't want our help. And that was really discouraging. And a lot of the people that I was working with at the time were court ordered to see me, and they didn't want to be there to begin with. And that was really a difficult thing. And as a social worker, you also see a lot of things that most people in the everyday world don't see. You see people at their worst. You see people at their ground zero, at their breaking point in their life. So it's a really difficult job. And Beachbody became kind of that thing where I could go home and do my Insanity, and that would relieve some of my stress from the day. And I started getting like these positive vibes because I was like, you know what, like I'm getting results. This is making me feel good. I really enjoy doing it, believe it or not. And I was kind of hooked, but I didn't want to coach. I kept referring people to my coach. Hey, you guys, thanks for complimenting me on my amazing results, but you should talk to my coach. Like, what was I doing? Right? Like, why would you do that? So I decided eventually, after doing that a couple times, to see that I could actually run a business and I could coach people, because what she did that was smart was she put me in her team page, and I sat and I watched all these people that started the same time I did growing a business. And of course, like, I wanted to do that. Don't leave me out. I don't want to be left out. So I decided to start growing a business. Right after my wedding, my grandmother passed away from cancer. And it was one of those things, and I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to this, when you have somebody close to you or somebody that you know passes away, it makes you think about your life, like, and what you're doing with your life at that time. And is this where you want to be? And time is precious. Is this how you want to spend it? And I realized I was a newlywed that worked 50 hours a week with a police officer husband who worked probably more than 50 hours a week, and we worked opposite shifts. We passed each other in bed, sleeping for 3 hours, and let's talk about the fact that newlyweds need more than that time to get together and spend time together, right? And I wanted a successful marriage, because in police families, the divorce rate's even higher than it is for the regular family and marriage. So I decided I wasn't living the way that I wanted to live. Wasn't doing the things I wanted to do. I wanted to be my own boss and help people who truly wanted my help. And I wanted to be able to spend time with my husband and work when he worked, so that we could actually grow a strong, solid marriage foundation. So I put my head down and I got to work. I asked my coach, what do I need to do to leave this job and replace this income? And I'll never forget what she said. And this is going to be the theme for the call tonight. But she said, hit Success Club 10 every month. I was waiting, like I got my paper ready. I was like, what do I got to do? And that's all she said. I was like, why did I even get a tablet out? Like, like that's it? And she was like, yeah, that's it. Hit Success Club 10 every month, and you're going to grow a solid foundation for your business, and it's going to change your life. And so I did it, because I already saw what she had, and she had freedom, and she had left her full-time job, and she was working on bringing her husband home, and that's what I wanted. So I focused on Success Club and started being consistent. It didn't go crazy and wild and fast right away. Like, I just worked my little tail off for the whole month and tried to help five people. And I was like, how can I help 5 people every single month? And it wasn't easy, and it still isn't. Almost 3.5 years later, there's still months that are hard, but I stayed consistent, because that's what she told me to do. And if she had what I wanted, I listened, right? Think about all the top coaches right now. You could go friend every single one of them and watch what they're doing and listen to their stories and hear how they're doing it, because they're experts. We're not experts yet because we're not top coaches. And the only way that you can become a top coach is to model and figure out a way to do what they're doing, because it's working and it's making you successful. So that's when I started growing my business. I retired from my social work job about a year later from that moment that I decided I was all in. At that point in time, I stayed consistent with Success Club, was still hitting it regularly. And by hitting it regularly, I was seeing a nice income. It surpassed my social work income, which, let's face it, it was $30,000 a year. It wasn't a whole lot. So it was really not as hard to replace as some people that are already making a lot more money than that. But it was enough for me to come home and to work from home and to get up every day and get excited about what I did. And I work when my husband works now, and that is a lot of fun because I get to play when my husband plays, and that is 3 years into our marriage, kind of important and kind of part of our success in our business now too. So that's my story in a really, really teeny tiny nutshell, but I could go on and talk to you guys for 3 hours, and I know we don't have that much time, and I don't want to bore you, so I'm going to keep that simple. I will tell you that there's been ebbs and flows in this business that have been detrimental to keeping moving forward, that have been like the cornerstone of, even 3 years in, I still have days that I'm like, is this what I want to do? Like, is this, like there's just days that I still have doubts, because everyone does, and that's normal in this business. But it's been an amazing ride, and it's been a lot of fun. And one of the things that I want to share with you about my story is that now I've been a coach for 2 years full time. And last year, this time, I had just graduated from the 21-day Fix Extreme test group, working out with Autumn, like learning from her. If you have Fix Extreme, my cute little before and after photo is in the handouts that come with the program. I was like at the top of my business. I had just hit 10-star. I had just secured elite. Like, life was so good. I was like, I've hit all the goals I want to hit in this business. And then something huge happened to me. I was working out the 21-day Fix Extreme one morning. My husband was at work, and I couldn't breathe. And I was like, what in the world? Like, I was the peak of health and fitness at that point in time. I just got done working out with Autumn for 21 days. Like you guys know, and I followed a straight competition plan. So best shape of my life. Why was this happening to me? What was happening to me? I ended up later that day being rushed to the hospital with a collapsed lung and blood clots in my left lung, and was told that I could have died. And that is most likely what got me reinvigorated with my business again, because I, at that point, was coasting. Things were good. Things were awesome. And I realized, hey, you know what? Like, anything can happen in your life. These are the kind of moments that decide if you're going to be successful in this business or not. Because at that point in time, I had every reason to be like, I'm in the hospital. Like, I almost died. Like, I'm going to take a break like, and focus on my health and my wellness. I'm a health and fitness coach that this happened to. Like, what worse of a person? Like, everyone's like, did Shakeology cause your blood clots? Oh my gosh. I was like, oh no, like the world's falling down. But it wasn't. It absolutely was not. I was able to turn that mess into a part of my message. I help several PE survivors now every day, growing their health and wellness and showing them what they can do and what they can achieve, and it became a part of my story. But it was at the point in my business when everything was great, and I thought it just couldn't get any better, and then that happened. And it was one of those things where, guess what? I was in the hospital for 5 days. I had my husband bring me my laptop, and I had to get Success Club because I was not going to lose Success Club at 24 months in. I was not going to let it happen because I was growing a business, and if there were things that I could control, I wanted to be able to control them. And Success Club was one of those things that I could control because I knew, hey, I've already hit it for 2 years. Like, I know that it's going to keep growing my business, and that's one thing that I don't have to stress about because I know if I hit it, business is going to keep moving. Yeah, I'm freaking out right now, but you know what? That's something that I could control. And if any of you have worked with Kim Carver before, something that he always says is control the controllable. Success Club is something you have complete control over. It's you who decides if you make it each month or not. It's not your customers. It's you. It's who do you reach out to? Who do you connect with? Do you set that goal and make it a non-negotiable, or do you say, yeah, it's the 30th of the month, I'll start working on next month? That's what it comes down to, is consistency in this business. And so sitting in a hospital bed and still focusing on Success Club might sound crazy. It does, I guess. But it's one of those things where once you set a non-negotiable in your business, it's a non-negotiable. It's not a if, maybe, when, no, it's a non-negotiable. If I said I was going to do it, I was going to do it. So I grew my lung capacity and rehabbed myself, got a lot better, feel a lot better. Actually, I'm celebrating 1 year of survival from my clots this upcoming weekend. But my business never stopped moving forward because I chose not to let that happen. So that's sort of that's my story in a nutshell. That's the big piece. But tonight I'm actually going to specifically talk to you guys about Success Club, as if I haven't said it like 25 times already on this call. So I want to tell you why it's important. And I know that Michelle has told you why, and I know she's a great leader. And I know sometimes you have to hear things 5 or 6 times before they actually get in your head. And in Beachbody, my husband, you women that are married or in a relationship will really appreciate this. My husband has told me things many times, and somebody else will tell me that same thing, and I'll be like, oh, hey, babe, guess what? Okay. And I'll say it to him, and he'll be like, I've been telling you that for weeks. Like, what do you mean? But because somebody else said it a way I needed to hear it, it made sense. And he's sitting here, that's why I keep looking that direction. But you know what I mean? Sometimes we have to hear things a couple times. So I'm going to give you my spin on Success Club and how it's been important in my business and why I think it should be #1 on your priority list in your business. So the first thing with Success Club is consistency. 36 months in Success Club. Yes, that's an amazing, amazing feat. But it's really not. If you think about it, can you help 3 people every month? Can you? Yeah, of course you can. You signed up to be a Beachbody coach. You have a need to help people, or you have a need for service, and that is why you signed up. More than likely, maybe for the discount to begin with, but let's face it, how many people actually sit and stay discount coaches? Not many, right? Most of my team, all discount coaches, magically, organically, we hit 10-star. How does that happen? You know what I mean? People sign up as discount coaches, but the reality is we want to help people, and we want to help people feel valued and feel the way that we feel with our products. So consistency is just one of those things where if you're doing it over and over again, and you're just saying, I want to help 3 people every month. I just want to help 3 people, and keep that number in your head. And yeah, that's only Success Club 6 or 5, depending on whatever combination of things that you sell, but it's still 3 people. And guess what happens if you help 3 people in January, and then you help 3 more people in February, and then you help 3 more people in March? Guess the residual income, and I talk money because I was a social worker. I didn't have any. So the reality is the residual income from those first 3 builds onto the next 3, which builds onto the next 6, which builds on and so forth. So you grow a consistent business. So Success Club, maybe take the title away from it if it's something that freaks you out or stresses you out, and just say, this month I want to change 3 lives, just 3. And you know what? If you're feeling really excited and really wild, maybe 5, because that then gets you Success Club 10, and that's exciting too. So just looking at it from a different perspective of, I'm going to be consistent, and each month I'm going to help 3 people. And I love the idea of getting a calendar, and on the calendar having 3 slots somewhere on the calendar that you write, and every time you change a life or you help someone, you put their name on the calendar and look at it and go through it in a year. 3 people every month. I mean, that's 36 people that you've changed their lives. But you know what you've done even better is you've grown a business that's solid and consistent and stable, because 3 people is all it takes to grow a really solid business, okay? So consistency is important. I never take notes for calls, and I always just kind of talk off the cuff, but I actually wrote notes out for this. So it's weird to have something to look at while I'm talking to you guys. I wrote this quote down: lack of consistency brings lack of interest. Every time that you are not consistent in your business, you have to start over, right? Is there anybody on this call that's kind of dwindled away and then come back, and then it's even harder because now you got to start over and you got to build your reputability again, and you have to build your rapport with people again, and don't do that. Make your life easy. Like, just make it easy. Stay consistent now. Stay consistent next year. Stay consistent next month, next week. Just stay consistent so you don't have to start over. It's just like nutrition and wellness. You don't work out for a week, girl, getting back to working out sucks. It's so hard, right? You're like, oh, I got to go through that week of soreness again, and then I got to learn how to eat again and get the sugar out of my system again. Like, don't waste the time. Stay consistent so you don't have to go through that again. Nobody likes day one. Day one, go past that. You want day 30 and 60 and 90 and so on and so forth. So you don't want that lack of interest. You want to stay consistent. Something you do every day, you brush your teeth, right? This is a pretty major example, but you brush your teeth every day. So by brushing your teeth every day, you have no cavities, right? Think about it. If you stay consistent in your business every day, you grow. We're going with cause and effect, okay? So think about it. If you pay your bills on time every month, you have a good credit score, which helps you in situations where you want to buy a house or a car, things like that. Like cause and effect. So if you stay consistent in your business, things get better. Things grow. Things change. Things improve. Just looking at it from a very simple, if I do this, this is going to happen. Consistency with Success Club. Growth is the next piece that I want to talk about. Growth in your business is important. We work in a multi-level marketing business. Shock, I know, everybody didn't know that. If you don't grow this business, the person below you could grow this business, the person next to you, above you. Growth is important in this business because it helps you multiply your income. Again, I'm going to talk about money just because I'm not afraid to talk about money like most people are, because we need money to survive. It's just reality. So you need growth in this business. Plant seeds. Plant lots of seeds. If you were on Lindsay Matway's call last night, and if you weren't, you totally need to go back and listen to the recording, but plant your seeds now so you can reap a harvest all the time. The thing is, you never stop planting seeds in this business. You should always have a list of people you're talking to, a group of people you're reaching out to, somebody you're connecting with. Plant your seeds, because that's what's going to grow this business. That's what's going to grow your volume. That's what's going to grow your team. That's what's going to help with that Success Club. Remember, if you're talking to people every day, how many people are those lives you're going to change? Remember those 3 lives you got to change. One of those people might be it. So you have to talk to people so that you have lives to change. Growth is so important in this business. The next piece that I have here is leadership and scarcity. So if I am your leader, which I'm not on this team, Michelle is your leader, so we'll use her as the example. If Michelle is your leader, you want to do what she's saying. Why? Because she's grown a consistent, solid business. She's left her full-time job. She's home being with her kids and doing the things that she wanted to do. So if you want to have that freedom and that flexibility, you want to model what she's doing. She's the mentor. She's the upline. So you want to show leadership. And if you're hitting Success Club every month, guess what your coaches see? They see you hitting a Success Club every month, and they see your life getting better, and they see your business growing because you're hitting Success Club. You're staying consistent. You can't ask someone to do something that you're not going to do. Sorry. This is where coaching comes into real accountability. A lot of people that sign up as coaches, I tell them, sign up as a coach because then people are going to watch you. Then you're going to have to do the workouts because people know you're a coach. So it kind of builds in your own accountability. This is the same situation. You're leading a team now. You're leading coaches. You're leading people in this business, whether that's how it was planned or not. So people are watching you. This is your own built-in leadership and accountability to hit your goals. Also, action expresses priorities. So if your coaches see you doing the action of hitting Success Club or the action of changing lives, they can see that that's a priority in your life and that's a priority in your business, and they're going to want to emulate that. They're going to want to be doing that same thing. So make sure that you're doing it. Remember, guys, let's back up. It's 3 lives. 3 lives. I mean, you guys could reach out to 15 people tonight while you're listening to this call, while you're playing on Facebook right now. And you could talk to people right now and have at least one of those people out of 15, I guarantee you, is at least interested in something that you have to offer, right? take that time, reach out to people. It's just 3 lives. And if you can look at it as, hey guys, it's just 3 lives, coaches are going to feel that way too. They're not going to feel like it's hard because you're not like making it look hard. You're making it look like that's what you're doing and that's how it is. So I actually do have tips written down here next. That was just my spiel. So my tips for you guys tonight on Achieving Success Club are, number 1, make a personal goal for yourself. If you write it down, it's more likely to happen. If you set a goal for yourself, and I'll be honest with you guys, there's been months in this business where I haven't written down my goals, and guess what? I didn't hit them. There's no irony in that. Like, it's just, the reality is if you set a goal, you're more likely to hit it. So my personal goal in this situation for Success Club is to hit it by the 10th of every month. Why? Because I've spent too many last days of the month up at 11 o'clock at night, and I really appreciate my sleep and value my sleep, and I don't want to be in that situation anymore. So I shoot to hit it by the 10th of the month. Now, when I set a goal, the very next thing that I do is I reverse engineer how I'm going to make that goal happen, because I have to see the staircase to get to the goal. I have to see that. I'm a visual person. So what does reverse engineering hitting Success Club by the 10th look like? Well, it means that from the 1st to the 10th, I'm going to plant more seeds than I ever do in the month, ever. I will set a number. For me specifically, it's 10 to 15 every day. Those are the seeds that I will plant, and I will make sure that those are the ones that I'm growing and I'm trying to harvest. But you know what? The thing that I do that I haven't shared yet is that the last 10 days of the last month, I've planted seeds as well. I plant seeds the first 10 days and the last 10 days. 10 days in the middle, if they harvest, cool, that's great. But I plant at the end of the month and at the beginning of the month, because I can assure you that if you're reaching out to maybe 5 or 10 or 15 people per day, you're going to see results. You're going to see Success Club points. You're going to see lives changed. You're going to hit your goals. But I like to reverse engineer things and look and see what that looks like, because for every 15 people I message, 1 or 2 might actually be seriously interested. So I know that about the customer base that I have and the amount of people that I talk to. What I would do for you guys is I'd look at your goal and say, okay, if I want to hit Success Club 5 by the 10th, that means that I need to talk to this many people. How many people are you talking to now? Are you hitting Success Club? Think about it. If you're not hitting Success Club right now, you're not talking to enough people. So look at what that looks like for you. It's going to be different. Every one of us, it's going to be different. So just know, okay, that's what I need to do. This is how many people I need to talk to every day. And when I say talk, I don't mean invite. I hate the term invite. I tell my coaches, like, that's not even a vital behavior. I'm like, connect. That's the vital behavior. Just connect with people. Talk to people every day that you can connect with. Oh, your kids are adorable. Your dog is the sweetest thing ever. Like, I just start commenting and talking to people and growing relationships with them, because my Facebook speaks for itself. You guys can get on my page right now, and I can assure you that you'll learn 5 things about me right away: that I'm a coach, that I am a dog mom, that I'm faith-based, that I love my husband, and that I'm training for a competition. You can learn all those things about my Facebook page. So they already have formed with me because they've stalked my Facebook page the minute that I sent them a message, because everybody stalks everybody's Facebook page the minute they get a message from someone. So I don't have to form them very much, but I can still add value to their life so that they can see that there's value here when they want to get healthy with me. So that's what reverse engineering that goal looks like. Number 2, follow-ups. Man, I go through my Facebook Messenger, and I don't have an organizational system. Sorry, I'm a sapphire. I don't do organization at all. But I go through my Facebook Messenger, and I just reach out to every person I've ever talked to about Beachbody. I do that on the 1st of every month, because I want to make sure that they all know what the new sale is. Just check in, see where they're at. If it's still a no, hey, that's cool, but I just want to say, hey, and have a great November, whatever it is. Like, reaching out and following up with everyone. The key is in the follow-up. Make sure that you're talking to everybody and that you know where they're at in the status of customer, not interested. So follow-ups are definitely important. Number 3, go for no. I love this challenge. I do this with my coaches all the time. We all have the go for no sheets that it's 100 no's, and you have to fill out the whole sheet. My coaches and I always start out on the 1st of the month and see how many no's we can get, which, you know, after a while, no is just a word. It doesn't have a feeling attached to it. It doesn't feel like rejection. It's just one life that's not ready yet. And that's all I hear when people say no. So 100 of them, it doesn't sting anymore. But I'll be honest with you, in the beginning it did. But you get used to hearing no, or you get used to hearing that right now. And you know what happens when you track that and you fill it out on your little sheet? You have 100 people to go follow up with next month. It's great system for you. So go for no. Try to get 100 no's. And every no that you get, ask for a referral. Do you know somebody else that would be interested in this? Because I really love helping people. And I would love if I could help your friend, family, cousin, brother, uncle, whatever. So that's a great way to also get new people in your business and in your Facebook page and on your network. So referrals are a great way to ask because you've already gotten no from them. So why not? And then the last thing I have is create content that people want to read that's attractive. So the reason that I say that is if you're adding value to people through your Facebook page, they're going to want to read what you're posting. If you're a mom and you're making great posts about quick, easy recipes for moms on the go, people are going to want to keep coming to your page and seeing what you're about because you're adding value to them. So if you're creating content that attracts people to your page, they're going to look at the other content that's on your page. And guess what happens then? When you just posted about your holiday hustle group and you're so excited about it and they see it and then they ask you a question about it. Like you didn't even have to form that person. They came to you because you're creating content that's attractive and exciting to them and their lifestyle. So those are my tips for you guys. I do want to tell you that, and this is like totally Beachbody statistic, and that's fine because I just got it from Beachbody, but 234% is the growth that coaches that hit Success Club for 24 months saw in their business. 234%. Holy mackerel. Could you imagine giving yourself a raise that's that much? Really? Like that's, even if it's $1, like that's still like that's still a huge raise. So keep in mind that consistency is what grows your business. Staying true to what you do and who you are, I think is really, really important because that's what's attractive to other people. And we're coaches. We're here to help people. We're here to change lives. That's why most of us are working this business right now. So pick 3 people every month that you want to bless and you want to help and let them help you grow your business. It's a business. It's something fun, but it is a business. And there is a piece to that we have to acknowledge. Yes, we're not salespeople, but we are growing a business and we want to help other people and share that with others. So keep doing that and stay consistent with it. And you guys are going to rock. And I'm excited to see where all of you go and what you do and how you grow your business. Thank you so much for letting me be on your call tonight. I love spending the evening with all of these beautiful women. It's awesome. I love it.
Thank you so much, Jenna. You just plowed through so much awesome information. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I know we're running out of time, so if anyone has any questions on anything, I'm sure Jenna would love to help answer any questions, and I can help answer any questions as well. Thanks again for spending your evening, all of you, and I will be talking to all of you soon. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys.